What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here today playing the next episode in our State of Decay walkthrough. In the last episode, we had fiddled around a little bit with a lot of storyline aspects, and we had done a reasonably good job of saving people, generally being a hero, blowing up zombies, reducing them to nasty little gibbets, and now we've actually got other stuff to do. We need to do a little bit of sandboxing right now, which is not nearly as pugilistic as one might think. So let me kill this guy with a hockey stick really quick. And off with his head. There it goes. Fantastic. Now that he's gone, I'm going to jump up into the Mustang over here. And, ooh, it's got side pipes. What's going on there? That's pretty sweet. And what we need to do is let's take a look, and I'll show you guys, actually. I'll let you guys perceive what I'm going to be doing during the I'm going to be flipping my car first, apparently. I didn't even know that was possible. Well, then. That's a hell of a way to start out an episode, by flipping a car, and not in the badass, like, superhero way. Kind of in the dumbass, terrible driver way. Let's have a look at our map, and you'll see that actually we need to...
You might want to see here. Meet me as soon as you can. I could use some backup.
Like hell, you're getting my backup right now. I got stuff to do. We need to get some outposts done. That's really the big thing that we're facing at the moment, is that our outposts need to be bolstered. We don't have a whole lot of outposts. Let's have a look. And you can see over here that we're only using 4 outposts, and only one of them is food. As you can see, we actually have a pretty good food offset right now. However, I think we're only going to need 1 food location, so that's all I'm going to capture for now. And I'm going to hope that that leaves us between that and a garden that will be self-sufficient. So here we are at the mini-mart. Let me clear this place out, and I think this is going to be the one that we take, because this should isolate one aspect. If you take a look at our map here, this should block zombies coming from this direction with fire bombs, which you always kind of want to situationally, like, place your buildings so that they're killing zombies that are in the way. For now, let me see what else is in here. I think we already hit this place up before, but there may be zombies still around. There he is. Get the hell on out of here. I stick you. I stick you violently. Is there another one over there? God, zombies are just coming. Oh, nope, he's on the floor. This zombie is not doing so well. He's kind of... They all have sort of respiratory problems, but that one also seems to have a problem getting up. So let's get back over here. Go inside. Don't get stuck on the door jamb. Have we searched everything? I don't even know if we've searched everything. Let's make sure. Oh, we've got construction materials as well. I'm going to bring those back with me.
I'm bringing this stuff home.
Although this location may have fully swapped over to a construction point on the map, it was flagged as having food. Interestingly enough. So let's make sure that we've hit everything. Ah, I didn't fully search it. Okay. So sandboxing, that's today's goal. I guess that long diatribe of me just kind of running off and talking about random stuff, we actually need food and things of that nature. So let me see, is this going to be searchable, or is that pretty much it? Oh, we actually fully searched it. All right, well, we're pretty low on construction supplies, so I'll run these back as well. We are going to need a construction location, so I think I may still... Let me do that while I'm here. We're still going to capture this point, I think, because our construction needs at this new location are pretty dire as well. If you take a look, we're losing 9 construction supplies a day, so we definitely need to come up with some kind of fabrication location, or some location that can at least supply us with a few extra bits and bobs a day. Get my walkie out here and establish outpost.
Yeah, I think we could hold this place.
Should I tell everyone to pack up?
Yeah, tell the gang we're building an outpost here.
Fantastic, so that should help out at least slightly. I think that's going to bring us down to, well, -8 for now. I thought you got 3, though, so hopefully we'll see that drop down to a -6, which is way more acceptable than a -9. -9 is actually not sustainable. That means in just a few short days... Well, it's not good. I'm a little worried about his protestations here. He said something's not good, and I'm not sure what he's talking about. In any case, it seems as though it's not actually something forthcoming. It's something hidden. It's a sneaky, invisible zombie. It's a zombie that has developed some new powers. That would be pretty special. Ah, it's over here. Okay, that's what he meant. Let's get out here and see how we can help out. Down with them. Kill this guy over here. We took his leg. Did we take his head off too? I was gonna say, that's fairly talented. We took his head and his legs off in a single swing. Not really sure how we did that, just with regards to the orientation of the swing, but hey, it happened and we're not going to argue about it. Cardio level 6, we're getting there. There's an achievement if we can max out his cardio, so I'm going to try and sprint him around as much as possible.
Civilians, remain in your homes with the doors locked and the windows secured. If you do not comply with these instructions, the Army will not take responsibility for you being chewed on by Zed. Thank you. And by American.
I think we haven't checked a lot of this stuff over here. I'm getting the game mixed up with my own personal playthrough where I hit all these warehouses first. So let's hit some of these smaller buildings in this construction area as well. Maybe we'll get some food. There's no really telling, but you know. Let me jump in here really quickly. There are some other things that we needed to talk about that I had worked on. We got our reading on. We got to get ourselves some book learning. So over in our base.
Streets lately? It's like every day is Zombie Pride Day.
How's it going back home?
New report from our scouts.
I got a horde over here.
How's it looking?
I think we're okay.
As I was saying, what you'll notice is that I've put in a library so we can get our book learning on. And once we learn a little bit, we should be a tad happier, or at least a bit more fulfilled. Gotta get our, well, never mind. I was gonna name some books, but I think I'm just gonna let that diatribe die slowly. More construction materials, actually. I'm gonna grab these and we're gonna continue running them.
We'll see you soon.
I found some supplies. Send runners for pickup.
I'll get people moving.
Since this is close to home, I'm also just gonna have a runner grab that other little bit of supplies. The construction tools, we tend to go through them pretty quickly, especially with the way that filming goes. You guys had asked in a previous episode what I meant by when I talked about like you don't want to have too many resources. I meant you don't want to have too many resources if you're not going to play the game for a while. And given the nature of LP recording, obviously there's going to be like 24 hours in between each time I play the game. So what the game does is it really likes to use up your supplies. It doesn't really think about the way that you do things. Okay, we're up to 64. Very nice. And then that other one should bring us up to like 80 or so. Other things to think about. Let's have a look at our map really quickly. We've got a horde coming in that way. It should get blown up by our ammo point here. Let's hit all of these buildings down. Oh, I don't know. Let's hit all the buildings maybe over down this line right here and see if that's going to be the goal we set for ourselves in today's episode, I think. So let's get the hell on out of here. We'll try and get his cardio maxed out as well because I am a bit of an achievement slut. I'll jump in. I'm not going to take the nice car for now. I'm going to take one of these beat-ass cars. Let me make sure I'm on the right road here. I am. Okay, so we'll take this left, and as we go around, hopefully we'll run into some goodies. There is a horde over here, and since we have a scavenger running around, I think I'm going to try and whack them really quickly with a vengeance. Not just a whacking of normal quality, a whacking that is both medium style influenced and with vengeance included. You gotta put some emotion into your ass kickings on occasion. It makes them a lot more fulfilling. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but ass kickings are way more fulfilling if they're fueled by rage. Down goes that zombie. We'll take a look at this self-storage. Maybe there'll be something in here we can use. Although in my experience, these self-storage areas tend to not have anything in them. Actually, they tend to not even have like entrances, because they've got these shutters right here. You can't open them. So I am going to swing around the back of this right here just to make sure. Because you never know. There might be something around here. We should also probably check one of the roofs just to make sure there's nothing on top of the building, but I don't think there will be. Yep, nothing there. So let's have a look at some of these residential locations over here. We'll jump the fence, take a little bit of damage. I'm not incredibly concerned about my health at the moment. We are carrying around a ton of pills. They get rid of him, and down with him with a drop stop. Hoo-la-la! And my inventory now. Am I carrying around too much stuff? I may be carrying around too much stuff. Let's eat some food to get our stamina back a little bit quicker. And this zombie is trying to sneak up while I was on a munchie break. And anybody who would work with me knows that when I'm on break, you don't bother me. Zombies included, you included, do not bother me on my break. It makes me very, very grumpy. I am one of those people that when I'm on my break, I've got to watch like just anything, to be honest. I gotta sit down in front of a TV for like 30 minutes, just recharge my batteries, otherwise I just won't make it through the day. Oh, we're about to take a hit from, no, get off of me! Stop chewing on my neck, I don't know you like that. You're making me repeat my jokes and everything. Let's see if there's anything we can use in here. That stack's not searchable. Anything over here worth noting? Well, fine then, I didn't want to write down a note anyways. I had my post-its all ready to roll, and unfortunately, this place is not post-it ready. Down goes that zombie. I don't see anything worth really looting as of yet. This maybe? You? Sir, are you lootable? There it is. So I've been here before, it would appear. And I got bit again. These zombies are just coming out of the woodwork nowadays. They're just everywhere. I'm gonna take some more pills just because I've been letting them get the drop on me like a dunce. I think I'm gonna cap this one as well. So let's go ahead and we'll do another outpost here. Oh, that's right, it's on cooldown, so I'm gonna have to leave this place. Oh, we have to fully search it. Alright, well, I don't see any other spots that are
Coming home now.
really jumping out at me as searchable. I guess we'll hit everything with a little bit of a fine-tooth comb, go a little slower. Check out doors as well. I didn't think about that, but there may be something, a fuel resource or something out here. That's what I was a little worried about. Since there's a horde right there, I'm going to try not to make any noise. Well, typically I enjoy bringing the noise. That's part of showmanship, is bringing the noise. But unfortunately, for now, we're going to have to refrain from that. We're not in an entertainer's mindset right now. We are in a silent but deadly mindset. Okay, so it's only got a few little things for us to grab here. Kill this guy. Ooh, a single swing. Well done, sir. Well done. That zombie over there appears to know that we're here, so let me swing around the back. Maybe we can get this outpost built before we get in any more trouble.
Looks like a good spot for an outpost.
Should I tell everyone to pack up?
Yeah, I'm pulling the trigger on this out.
Yes, indeedly doodly. Get people over here. I'm gonna get him off the door as well since we woke up the horde. Wow, that zombie has a tough chin on him. He is no Glass Joe. You gotta be... it took me so much force to knock him off the door that it threw me into a wall. It actually stopped the friction underneath the tires and threw us sideways. That's how dedicated and also dense that zombie was, I guess. What is this over here? That's that place we just hit. Did we hit the building over there? I'm not gonna do that just yet. I wanna hit some of these other little spots and see if we can get some more food. Setting up traps for the win. For the win, indeed. Let me see if maybe... Yeah, it's unlocked, so we don't have to make a lot of noise here. We do have zombies on site, so we'll have to get rid of them. Luckily, he's busy doing his supervillain roar, so we don't have to worry about that too much. I think we've been here already, but there's a food resource, which is exactly what we were looking for. Anybody else in here? I am hearing moanings and groanings. That sucks. They got the bracket up on the wall, but they never got the flat screen elevated. Disappointing. Just when you finally saved enough for that big screen, flat screen that you could put up on the wall, the zombie apocalypse happened. That'd be my kind of luck right there. Murphy's Law being what it is, that would be Splattercat's luck. I'd finally save up. I'd be materialistic enough to get myself that awesome TV that I've been lusting after my entire life. And instead of getting to enjoy it, jerkface, how dare you, sir? How dare you? In camera, you will cooperate. Otherwise, I will abandon you. I will abandon you like an ugly kitten. I'm just kidding. There's no such thing as an ugly kitten. All kittens are adorable. Let me search this spot quietly. We're going to remain in sneaky mode now. A little bit of the old snaky.
I think our defenses are okay, but I'm not sure I want to put them to the test. We could really use a watchtower. You know, someplace we could post a lookout and snipe zombies from?
Yeah, well, maybe if you stop. Really? That's gonna count? Are you serious? Are you serious right now, zombie? Are you serious? Well, I may as well take those last pills, since I am nowhere near done anyways. I think this is gonna be our last spot that we search in this house, maybe, if we get lucky. And there's a pipe, or a cane, Grandpa's cane. We've also got some aspirin, some morphine. We got the good stuff right there. We've got another infestation, so we fully searched the location. I'm going to coast around for a bit. We'll check one of the neighboring villas and see what it's got for us. I think we've got one right across the street, so let's get down on that. Am I even facing the right direction right now? Okay, good. I'm going to jump the fence over here, and since our cooldown is up, I can't really capture a new outpost right now. This is sort of in-between work. This episode, we're not going to get a ton done, but we are going to have some fun in the sun because it's not a night mission. And that rhyme worked just perfectly with the sun being out. I love it when giant orbs of helium gas and whatever, or hydrogen, I apologize. God, that's embarrassing. That's super embarrassing. When giant balls of hydrogen gas coincide with my rhyme scheme, what more could you ask for? And that one came through the window just in time. We have sustained no cuts, so let's beat her to death really quickly. Him as well. Our hockey stick is doing our talking for us. Getting our Gretzky on here. Let's check this little, whatever the hell this is, this bookend, or I'm sorry, this table end, or this thing you put at the end of your couch with a lamp on it. And construction materials, not exactly what I accepted, well, not what I expected from here, but I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Even more construction materials. God, we may have to hit this place on multiple occasions. We've also got random boxes of ammo, so this is kind of a plethora of stuff location If we find food here, this is actually a real cornucopia of goodies. I'm going to search loudly. Nothing there, and we fully searched the location. Wow, so there's a lot of things to think about right here. If I pick up the ammunition and I bring out scavengers, how are we doing? Is that ready to go? No, it's not yet. How much? Oh, I actually don't have that much influence either, so I may think about... Well, let's definitely grab the ammo out of here. So where was that? Ammo, were you in the fridge? The ammunition was in the fridge. A very strange place to keep your ammo. But there it is. We'll also send out maybe a scavenger run to here.
I found some supplies. Send runners for pickup.
Okay, I'll round up everybody that's available.
That should get us a bit more construction supplies. And then from there, we're going to have to rally our influence. So maybe... Oh no, not you, sir. You're not invited to this soiree. This is a classy folks only soiree, and you, sir, are not dressed for the occasion. No shirt, no shoes, no scapula or scalp. I will take them both from you. Because I'm just that kind of vicious person. Looks like we got a big one over here somewhere. Do we have any way to get a bit more influence? Not really. We could make a long haul to the Memento, but I'd rather save that for its own episode because that's a really, really long drive. Let me run these supplies back in, and I guess we'll just stick to the plan of just running things back and forth as time goes along. We'll kind of clear these locations out, figure out what they've got for us. Sneak attack with the door right there. He tried to jump, and then he got wumped. And there it is. Although in my personal life, like the phrase wump, I have my own terminology for the things my cats do. And the term wump is saved for, you know, when your cat does that thing where they've overeaten and they give themselves a kitty food coma? A wump is when a cat, and I have this subdivided, so a wump is when a cat flips over on its back and it just passes out with its face up to the sky, just blacked out. And now there's quarter wumps. That's when they're kind of on their side, but they've still got like one leg up. There's like a half wump where they're kind of at like maybe a 3 o'clock position. Maybe, yeah, like a 3 o'clock position, and then once they make it fully up to the 12 o'clock, it's a 100% wump.
Found this while I was out.
My hero.
Is there anything else? Let's drop everything else off here because there's really no excuse to be carrying around this much stuff. I'm going to hold on to the Twinkies and the other gear just in case. And I think we should probably have some fun. I thought they said there was a horde lit up here somewhere. There it is. Let's go do the seek and destroy. What is this right here? Someone needs talking to, so let's go do the seek and destroy. We'll see if we can sneak in with the someone needs talking to, although I don't know if we're going to have time. But the infestations definitely, we need to get a ton of influence here. Looks like Ed's bummed out again. Ed really needs to just get his head out of the sand. Like, we're doing the best we can here. We've got a super awesome premium base. Like, if our base was a free-to-play game, you would totally have all the killer goodies that make you shinier than all the free-to-play gamers. So just bear that in mind, dearest Ed. Our hockey stick's looking sort of broke. He's got to get himself a job. Let's swing on down to here.
I'm gonna take a quick look around.
I'll check this out next.
Bring our Audi on over.
There's a lot out there.
And this is going to be how we're going to apply our free time for the time being, because we're out of, for the first time ever, we're actually out of influence. That doesn't happen very often, but it has indeed happened. Swing through here. I didn't even park in the carport because that's how I roll. You can't confine me to a parking spot, universe. You can't tell me what to do. If you tell me to park there, I will park like in your bathroom.
Hey, we could use a hand clearing the area.
Let's do it.
Ready to move.
Let's roll.
And she's a web developer, so you know she's extra grumpy. Oh, it's actually across the street. It's got a couple of enemies in it that I'm not sure about. I think they're both just screamers, but if it's two ferals... Oh, I got myself bit there. And there's one of the screamers right there. So let me take him out right up front. Oh, and there's a little bit of extra damage. So we're going to end up getting bit, although I thought that other one must be right inside the door. Where is he at? Is he in this little side room? And she's going to need frontline help here. I know that for a fact if she's getting screamed on like this. And down goes that Zeddy, and she should finish him off.
Looks pretty clear to me.
Alright, and there's a little bit more influence for us to play with.
A bit of a snag. We're trying to get it set up, but we don't have everything we need. We can track it down, or find another way. But it'd be faster if you did a little scavenger hunt.
Okay, so maybe that's how we'll do the next thing. So we got ourselves another mission. Oh, we need science and nature magazines for our library. That's what I was going to talk about. I made a library so that we can upgrade some of our facilities, namely the garden. The garden will give you a +6 to food if you can upgrade it, and that really limits our need to kind of throw around a bunch more construction materials making double gardens. That also leaves us free to make like workout areas where people can get stronger and more yoked out. Shove that zombie, give him a knee to the dome. We're going to go straight Ong Bak on him. And down goes that zombie. By the way, Ong Bak is a movie that changed my life. Like, I didn't even know what Muay Thai was until I saw Ong Bak, and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest movie I've ever seen. Ong Bak 2, not so much, but Ong Bak 1, I mean, Ong Bak 2 had the cool stunts. It still had the Tony Jaa or Tony Ya, I don't know how to say his name. Either way, it still had his badass stunts, but I feel like the first movie had cooler stuff. The second one, he did do some pretty amazing things, but... Well, I know it's important, but I gotta get some influence up, man. I know you can't hear me right now and I'm just talking to myself, but, you know. Hey, a new hockey stick, we'll take it. Grab some of these stackable goodies. And what does it want me to search here?
Headed home.
It definitely wants me to hit something up, and there's a horde outside, so I don't want to clear this place out in a noisy fashion, but I really want to find the nature magazines before we break off the episode. I think that's going to be pertinent. What about in here?
It sounds like there's some commotion out there.
We've gotten ourselves into a jam.
Sounds like they're in a bad spot. Might want to offer them a hand. Your map should have the location.
Well, nothing so far. There was a gun and a mace right there, which is pretty badass. I need to go straight medieval on some of these assholes and just see what kind of damage I can do with a mace. A small backpack, that is absolutely worthless. That's not going to help at all. We got like 38 of those.
All quiet here.
Alright, so we got nothing at this location. We do have a horde that's over in front of the house. I think I can go out through this window without making any noise. Ah, damn. It looked like the window was already broken, so I'm not sure why it made that much noise. That's a miscalculation on my part. I definitely don't want to go up against a horde with just a broken weapon. So let me swap weapons now. We'll also make some room by breaking that stick because we don't really need it. We've got so many weapons back at our base. We are well armed. If nothing else, we are incredibly well armed, and they want our car. I want my car too, so I can understand that feeling, but still, it's ours. I laid claim to it. I peed on it in the off-season. I totally did. In between episodes, we peed all over that car communally. Everybody in our little society was just like, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. When society crumbles, you go back to the social structures that are tried and true, like peeing on stuff. Knock him off really quickly so that he doesn't get us in any further trouble. I don't see any searchable nodes just yet. Nature magazines, come on! We need your Steve Irwinish help. Hobbyist materials, a cricket bat, or a 2x4 with a handle. I'll take the aspirin, and I guess we'll take the 2x4. I'll take the hobbyist materials too, just in case. I can drop them where we stand if I don't have to put the books on my back. But for the time being... Well, where does that leave me now? God, we gotta get out there for this one. Alright, I don't like it, but I'll do it. Let's get over here and see if we can fix this problem before we run out of time. The episode is drawing to a close, my friends. We must finish our mission, otherwise we will go into overtime. And while I'm sure that would make you guys excessively happy, on the other end, it makes my life a little bit harder. Just driving, alright, swing around the corner here, while warbling our voices with casual vibrato, much in the way that a ska singer might. Anything? Let me search you. A toolbox. Not the place that I keep my books, but sometimes people will put strange things in toolboxes. A book can be a tool if used properly, for rhetoric and mental powers. The sharpening of the acuity, and also maybe some logic in there? I don't know, it depends what kind of books you're reading. I mean, if you're reading the film adaptation of Ernest Goes to Jail, then probably not going to get a whole lot of brain power out of that one, but still a good film. I'm not going to lament it. I watched it. I mean, as a kid, Ernest movies were hilarious. I haven't watched one though in like 10 years, so they may not have. I guess we have the books now. It says we have the books. I guess there's no graphics for it right now, but that's cool. Let's swing back to our house. We'll drop this off. Our library will be constructed by the beginning of the next episode, and life will be filled with plenty and happiness. It'll be like one of those pictures you see around Thanksgiving, at least in the United States, where they've always got that big horn thing. I think that thing actually is in and of itself called a cornucopia. That big swirly horn, it reminds me of a croissant filled with all kinds of goodies. So basically, you've got the best type of bread, a croissant, and it is filled with all the amazing things in life that are delicious to eat. So how could you really, from a culinary standpoint, find anything better? A croissant filled with lovely, delicious candy and goodies and grapes and all that fun stuff. It couldn't get any better. Let's drop this stuff off and see what they've got for us, and then from there, we will be ready to roll.
I'm free and clear. See you soon.
Got anything good?
I'll show you when I get that off the wish list.
Alright, so my name is Splattercat. As always, thank you very much for joining me here in the Nerd Castle for another fun episode of State of Decay. I really do. I am incredibly, I'm Twitter-pated with this game. This is one of those games that I can tell I'm just going to play the hell out of, not even just for the storyline, just over and over and over again, just messing around. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for joining me, and take care out there, everybody.